I'm speaking to the other people who might be listening who are not the city council bobbleheads. People who are people who pay taxes, people who live in Los Angeles, but do not keep the political system propped up, because I think it's important, first of all, to name that we're literally living through the Hunger Games here. Like, this is an IRL version of the Hunger Games. This is these resolutions, which will pass, of course they will, because the city council bobbleheads, including Kevin De Leon, are only accountable to homeowners and to businesses. The so-called United States of America in general is not united, and it doesn't function for all of the people living in it. It doesn't benefit all the people living in it. It only benefits some, and it is to those some who might be listening to this, to my voice right now, who I want to speak to. This is they are in the middle of a grand push to lay the legal infrastructure for them to be able to more completely criminalize the people who do not toe the line of private property that they keep in place, that they reproduce through their laws. And I'm speaking specifically of the city council bobbleheads right now, that they are tasked, it is their job to make it seem like everything is more or less fair and more or less working for everyone. It is not. And it is being made much, much worse right now. It is being said, a message is being sent that people who are not viewed as employable, who are not able to pay rent or pay a mortgage, will have the quote unquote option of being held in their glorified prison camps, which are called services. This is how the media likes to characterize these glorified prison camps. They like to characterize them as services, as do the city council bobbleheads. Nobody currently able to pay rent or a mortgage would ever live in the tiny sheds around which these particular resolutions will enable the criminalization of sitting, sleeping, or lying. So the message being sent is either move into our prison camp or get arrested. And I ask anyone who is able to pay rent or a mortgage to live in one of these tiny sheds the exact way that a person living houselessly would be treated in them, not the way that the bobblehead Kevin De Leon did, where the food was perfect and he probably left in the middle of the night and was not school-marmed, and I use that term knowing that it's generous, school-marmed into limiting his belongings that he's bringing in. He didn't spend the night there. Nobody able to pay rent or a mortgage would ever consider that living. It's not living. It's I hate to use the words of one of my most unfavorite people, but it's a country. Those tiny sheds. It's not living. What terrifies me is that I will not even. What terrifies me, even though I move around every night, is that I will not. Well, I will be able to sit in a public park until someone decides to make a call, at which point the police will come and they will be able to criminalize my behavior of simply sitting in a public park. I mean, that is like I have no faith in the political system. I've for quite some time, certainly since becoming houseless, I have had zero faith in the political system, absolutely none. But I cannot. But like this is beyond. This is absolutely beyond. Yeah, it's. I don't know where if they just think that people are not going to become enraged. Is that what they think? I guess what they feel comfortable and entitled knowing is that nobody with any real power in this system is going to become enraged, and that is the message that I want to send most vociferously to the middle class people who are listening to my words right now. Your lack of becoming enraged at what is the in real life Hunger Games is what will make it possible for me to be put in jail for sitting in a public park. Thank you for hearing my words.